It's 2024. The CEO of the world's biggest taxi company, Uber, is sitting in an interview. For years, everyone asked him about his war with Ola, but today he says something that shocks the industry.
So I say now the tougher competition in India is Rapido.
Rapido का बात, low price, comfortable और quick.
Ola is not our main target anymore. Their real competition in India is Rapido. Uber is a global giant with billions of dollars. Rapido started with 3 friends and few second-hand bikes. Today, Rapido is worth 19,000 crores.
Doing around 3.5 million rides every single day.
They have around millions of active users every month.
Is in the midst of a 500-city expansion in the country. This year, the company is experiencing strong growth and is leading the two-wheeler and three-wheeler segments in some cities.
And yet, just a few years ago, these same founders were shut down, rejected 75 times by investors, and told their ideas was illegal.
But it took you 75 rejections to get someone to believe in your idea.
How did a company that failed at moving boxes end up moving the entire Indian middle class? And why is the yellow helmet winning a war that even billionaires couldn't even finish? This is the story of Rapido. It is a story about a brave pivot, a fight for the captains, and the power of 50 rupees ride. I'm not telling you this as a news report. I'm telling you this because inside this story are 4 deadly traps that your own business might be falling into right now. To understand the win, we have to look at the failure. The year was 2015. 3 friends, Arvind, Pawan and Rishikesh, started a company called theKarrier. They had big trucks and big dreams. They wanted to help big companies like Flipkart move boxes across the city. But there was a problem. The truck business was slow, payments were late, it was hard to scale. They were working 18 hours a day, but the company was not growing. Most people would have kept trying until they went bankrupt. But these 3 did something very brave. They looked at the road, they saw thousands of cars standing in Bangalore traffic, and then they saw the secret. 75% of vehicles in India are bikes. While the cars were stuck, the bikes were flying. They realized that in India, time is more important than luxury. They killed their truck business. They rebranded as Rapido. They decided to put a passenger on the back of a bike, but the world was not ready. Investors told them, no Indian will sit behind a stranger on a bike. It is not safe. It is not our culture. They were rejected 75 times, but they didn't stop. They knew something, the investor didn't. India is a value market, not a luxury market. When Uber and Ola came to India, they spent thousands of crores on big cities like Delhi and Mumbai. They wanted rich customers who wanted AC cars. Rapido saw a trap here. If you only focus on the rich, you ignore 90% of India. Rapido did the opposite. They went to tier 2 and tier 3 cities like Vijayawada, Gwalior and Lucknow. In these cities, public transport is weak, cabs are too expensive for daily use, but everyone has a bike. By 2025, more than 35% of Rapido's business came from these smaller cities. Here comes a lesson for you. Don't just fight for the market where all your competitors are already present. Sometimes the biggest profit is in the ignored market. Is your business fighting for the 10% of the rich, or are you serving the 90% of the India? For years, ride-hailing worked on one rule. The company takes 20 to 30% of what the driver earns. This is called commission model. By 2024, drivers were angry. They were striking. They felt like digital slaves. Rapido saw this and changed the game. They moved to SaaS subscription model. They told their drivers, whom they call captains, don't give us a cut of every ride. Just pay us a small daily or weekly fee like a subscription to Netflix and keep 100% of the fare for yourself. Suddenly, Rapido had the most loyal drivers. Their supply went up, waiting times went down, and their business grew 2 times faster than Uber's in the bike and auto segment. The lesson for you: if your partner, vendor or staff feel they are being exploited, they will leave you the moment a competitor arrives. Are you taking a cut from everyone, or are you building a system where everyone wins together? When Rapido started, government rules were not clear. In many states, bike taxis were illegal because they used white plates that are private number instead of yellow plates that represent commercial number. Many companies would have waited for the law to change, but Rapido kept moving. They worked with the government, they provided insurance, and they proved that bikes are the only way to solve India's last mile problem. By 2025, the government finally released the Motor Vehicle Aggregator Guidelines, making bike taxis legal nationwide. Because Rapido was already there, they became the undisputed king of the category with a 50% market share. The lesson: don't wait for the perfect time or perfect rules to start. If you wait until everything is clear, you will be too late. The winners are those who build the market while others are still waiting for permission. A big mistake many MSMEs make is staying in one lane for too long. Rapido knew that if they only did bikes, they would be vulnerable. So they diversified. They added autos in 2020, they added cabs in 2023, and in 2025 they launched only a food delivery app. But look at their strategy for food delivery also. They didn't copy Zomato or Swiggy. They used their zero commission model again. They charge restaurants zero commission and only a flat delivery fee. This makes it cheaper for restaurant and cheaper for the customer. By 2026, Rapido is not just a bike app. It is a multi-app for every Indian's daily needs. The lesson for you: a great plan is just a wish until you expand. Are you a one product company? If that one product fails tomorrow, does your business die? You must find adjacent ways to serve your same loyal customer. In the court of business, Rapido was the underdog. But today, their revenue is over 1,000 crore. They have narrowed their losses by 30%. Also, they are planning an IPO in late 2026. Rapido did not win because they had more money. They won because they understood the Indian commuter better than a company from Silicon Valley. If you want your business to last like Rapido, remember these 4 lessons. Lesson 1. Solve for frequency, not just price. A high profit deal once a month is good, but a low profit deal every single day is what builds an empire. Rapido choose the ₹50 daily ride over 500 weekly cab. Lesson 2. Your partners are your real strength. Whether it is your delivery boys, your factory workers, or your retailers, if they make more money with you than with your competitor, you will never lose. Lesson 3. Pivot when the data tells you to. The founders killed theKarrier because it wasn't scaling. Don't be emotionally attached to a failing idea. Lesson 4. Build for Bharat, not just India. The real growth in the next 10 years is in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. If your product doesn't work in a small town, it is not a national brand. Now, I want to ask you, if your business could not borrow any money today, would it survive until the next month? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. If this story changed you how you look at your business, share it with one fellow entrepreneur who is struggling with traffic or competition today. Build on a solid foundation. Stay fast. Stay yellow.